In this video, I am going to talk about how do you make your manifestations stick, or how do you make them stay? So a lot of people have the experience of they get glimpses of their manifestation, maybe they get birds before land, or maybe they actually manifest what they want, but then it goes away again. Why does this happen, and how can you actually manifest something and guarantee that it will stay for good? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Let's jump right in. So the reason that people can manifest things and not have them stick or stay is for one reason, in my opinion, and that is your self-concept hasn't really changed, or it hasn't fully changed. Maybe you're still in the process of changing your self-concept, but until your self-concept fully changes to believe that the new reality is yours, before you've stepped into that new self-concept, it is common to have manifestations come and go. So let's look at what that actually means. When I say your self-concept hasn't changed, what does that mean? Well, we are changing ourselves when we are manifesting. That is primarily what we're doing. We're doing a process of self-transformation so that we can eventually believe that our manifestation will be ours. That is the inner work that we are doing. When you're changing your self-concept, you're essentially changing who you believe you are and what you believe you will have. Truly, and I'm saying believing. I'm not saying what you're thinking. It's thinking is part of it, and yes, feeling is a part of it. But what we're really doing is changing our belief system. When your belief system starts to believe that, yes, this thing will be mine, so I'll give you some examples, that's when the manifestation stays in your reality. So, for example, if you're manifesting a relationship, you may at moments believe the relationship is going to come, at moments believe it's not going to come. Maybe you think the person is going to fall in love with you. Maybe you kind of question if they're going to. There can be a wobble inside of you, and that is just telling me that your self-concept hasn't solidified in the knowing that this result will be mine. This relationship, of course, will be mine. Once you land in the inner space of this for sure will happen, this for sure is happening, that's when the manifestation sticks. I can give you an example from my own life. Definitely, there were points in my life where I didn't necessarily believe I was going to be chosen. I didn't necessarily believe I was going to be wanted. I kind of believed that my person would be in and out with me, not be fully in with me. And that was kind of how I felt about myself in some ways too. Sometimes I thought I was great. Sometimes I didn't think I was great. All of that is kind of normal in a sense, but you're working on arriving into a state where you truly believe that the relationship is here and here to stay. So I did the inner work and I landed in the inner space with where I'm at with my husband now, just knowing that he's going to be in with me. I just know it. There's no part of me that doubts that. There's no part of me that wobbles in that anymore. I just know that we are fully in. We're fully in our relationship together. We're going to keep showing up. We're going to keep growing together. This is our journey, and we are both choosing it. I don't doubt that. So that is the reality that I experience out here in my 3D reality. Now, when I was in that inner space of doubting and not knowing, that's what it looked like in my 3D reality as well. My inner was reflected in the outer. I don't know. I don't think I'm really going to be chosen. All of that showed up out here. So your work always is to do the inner work so that you change. So you start to solidify and land in the inner experience of this is what's true for me. And I know that. Once we do that, the manifestations stick. They're very easy to come by. A similar thing with money. I experience this with myself, but not only with myself. I see examples of this all over the place. When you know yourself to have a certain amount of money, or you know yourself to kind of live at a certain standard, that's just the truth. When it becomes the truth, then it's the ongoing reality. Anything that becomes the truth is the ongoing reality. So your work is to dive into practices as much as you can and dive into the practices that really work for you. This is why I make my courses below, which show you how to do many different techniques so that you can really land in this new sense of self that knows your manifestation will be yours. This is how you make it stick. For those of you who are wanting to manifest love, here is the number one thing I see people do who successfully manifest love. So definitely check out this video after, and I'll see you soon.